The Department of Budget and Management wants PAGASA and DOST to review the effects of El Nino before releasing the budget for the El Nino Task Force. Bianca Dava will tell us why.
The approval of the budget for the El Nino Task Force is still pending. Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Arsenio Balisacan on Wednesday said the budget is allotted to mitigate the problem on food and water supply, energy reserve, and livelihood. The Department of Budget and Management is set to approve the budget this week, but it is still waiting for the report on the effects of the El Nino. Budget Secretary Florencio Butch Abad said there are already some mistakes on the initial report made by PAGASA regarding the El Nino phenomenon.
It has to be reviewed because originally the projection was drought was going to start affecting the country in September. And it's now October and the dams are filling up. So perhaps this sudden change in the weather pattern may mitigate the requirements for the El Nino task force.
DBM said it is hard to set a budget if data from concerned agencies are incomplete. The mitigation plan for the El Nino will surely be affected because of the constant change in weather conditions.
We have to go back to DOST and PAGASA and ask them, has there been any change in the weather pattern? Because that will affect the El Nino mitigation plan.
DBM is confident that the calamity fund for the victims of Typhoon Lando is enough. There is a total of 8 billion pesos left from the calamity fund and DBM plans to increase it next year. Aside from this, there is also an additional budget for Yolanda victims, which amounts to 25 billion pesos for housing and 18 billion pesos for livelihood. Bianca Dava, reporting for Y News.
Malacanang once again refuted allegations that the distribution of relief goods by the administration's candidates were politically motivated. DSWD Secretary Dinky Soliman also reacted to the issue. Nel Maribuhok will tell us why.
Malacanang disagrees with the statement of Baler Aurora Mayor Nelianto Biasa that residents did not receive relief goods from Administration Party Standard Bearer Mar Rojas and Congresswoman Leni Robredo during their visit in the said typhoon-affected province. According to Presidential Spokesman Edwin Lacerda, according to the information he received, the people of Baler have received augmented relief goods from the party candidates.
Unang-una, sino bang mas mahalaga rito? Ang ibigay ang relief goods sa mayor o ibigay ang relief goods sa taong bayan? Paki-clarify na lang ni Mayor Bihasa ang statement niya. At saka may litrato pong nilabas ang media bureau po nila, nakatanggap po ng taong bayan ng Baler ng relief goods.
In connection with this, Department of Social Welfare and Development Secretary Dinky Soliman also reacted on Vice President Jejomar Binay's camp that she was campaigning for the administration's party instead of leading the relief and recovery efforts for those affected by Typhoon Lando. Secretary Soliman appealed to some politicians not to use calamities for their personal interest. The presidential spokesman also said that they do not look at the political affiliations of a government official when providing help to the people.
Kung ang taong bayan tutulungan, paano natin masasabing colorblind tayo? Ang taong bayan naman talaga ang punot dulo ng pagtutulong ng ating pamahalaan.
Nel Maribuhok, reporting for Y News.